adaptation on screen was something that was quite different, but it kind of cut both ways, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I think that's amazing that you've hit the nail on the head in so many ways because the style of Scooby Doo in those two movies are absolutely perfect. Because I think that for all I do find a lot of enjoyment in the new Disney remakes of things, I think that they've kind of crossed over to where all of the animals have to look like they would do in the real world, and we have to kind of make voice actors fit around that. Whereas with the way you did Scooby in the two movies, they do look more real than the cartoon version, but also not too real that they can't be expressive and fun and true to Scooby as well. And the casting, I think you can't go on Facebook or any other website today without saying this was the best casting in like live action history. And I think that that is true, even down to Neil Fanning, because I think that for all I love, say Scott Innes's version of Scooby in the cartoons, like I can safely say that I cannot imagine those two movies where Scooby isn't voiced by Neil Fanning. So I just think that all of it is just absolutely perfect.
That's really nice of you to say. And, I've kept in touch from time to time with Neil. We actually just exchanged emails recently because of the announcement of the Scooby series that I think is happening over at Netflix. And the Neil of it all happened in a way that was somewhat unexpected, in that we were making the first film down in Queensland, Australia, and Raja Gosnell, the director, and I always knew we were going to need an actor to be on set to play the voice, because of course we need somebody to be speaking the lines that Scooby has, so the actors can at least have a certain timing and a rapport. And we had no expectations other than we asked our casting director at the time, I think it was Maura Fay, who's no longer alive, but we asked her to find people that would put their Scooby versions on tape. And we gave them some lines from the script, and Raj and I listened to a bunch of them. And then I believe we brought in a number of the finalists, and we wanted to meet with them and see how they kind of reacted in real time, as opposed to just working off of actually scripted lines. And I think at one point maybe Matthew Lillard joined. I can't remember, but I know for the fact is that we wanted to make sure that the actors could be somewhat thinking on their feet, because we wanted a performance. And of course, actors do things sometimes that aren't necessarily scripted. And Neil was so fantastic that we hired him on the spot. And he became so embedded with the cast and became extremely close with Matt, because you can imagine that relationship that would evolve. And even at the time, we weren't even necessarily sure if Neil was going to be the actual ultimate voice for Scooby. I'm pretty sure going in, we probably thought it was going to be just a guide track. Because, of course, at the time, there were, it wasn't like Scooby wasn't in production in various formats, or at least certainly in animation. But we loved Neil's version of Scooby, that at some point we were like, he's going to be our Scoob. And he was a great addition, and really became very close with Matt, became very close with the cast, and really was so embedded with the actual productions that he was truly part of the family.